Jim, thank you. You astound me. And you and Gail are very important to the Kemp family, some of whom are here. President Benton, thank you for your friendship, your leadership, your establishment of a Tom Kemp scholarship to the School of Public Policy. I've joined with several members of the board in helping to endow that Tom Kemp, my older brother who passed away suddenly last year, my idol, my hero, my quarterback, encouraged me to go into to be a quarterback when I was a young man. I did grow up around here. I went to Fairfax High School, went to Occidental College, and you may be wondering why someone from Occidental would give $1 million to Pepperdine. I love Oxy. 50 years ago, I graduated this last June. 50 years ago, I was drafted by the Detroit Lions and went into pro football for 13 years, which has been very, very good to me. I've come to love Pepperdine. I feel more at home here than I feel on any college campus in the United States of America. Yes. I've spoken here many times, many friends and family here. You treated my brother Tom so well as a member of the Board of Trustees. And Joanne and I are thrilled with the Judeo-Christian worldview that is at the heart of the Pepperdine experience. These young men and women who are going to go out into the world are indeed, as Jim pointed out, changing the world, one life at a time. And we're thrilled to commit $1 million. I have many friends in the business community. I won't go into any fundraising. Pat Boone, you do not have to contribute tonight. I want to say to Jeb Bush what an honor it is to introduce Jeb. I'm a big Jeb Bush fan. I campaigned for him and with him. I served in his father's cabinet. Like many of you, I wish he were running this year. But he's got a great future. And I will introduce him in just a minute. But before I do, I just wanted to conclude my personal remarks about Pepperdine, Andy and Debbie and all of you, David Davenport, distinguished friends like Dan Pipes, Ken Starr and Alice who are here, you, Pat, Helen Young, so many of you who mean so much to this great university and to young people for the future of our nation. I read in the LA Times today, there's on the front page a little graph of what the stock market did in the last few days, went over 14,000. I told Jim and Gail when we visited their home not so long ago to show our oldest granddaughter, who's 17 years old and graduating from high school this year and looking at Pepperdine. We all want her to go to Pepperdine. Jeb, when I was in your dad's cabinet, Ronald Reagan, George H.W. Bush, that sorry August to summer of '82, when the stock market was at 767. We've had 25 years of a great growing economy. Bumps along the way for sure, but thanks to Ronald Reagan, George H.W. Bush, George W. Bush, and I got to give some credit to Bill Clinton. He signed the cut in the capital gain tax. He signed welfare reform. He signed NAFTA. But basically, we've had 11.7% increase in the rate of return on investment in equities for 25 straight years. Adjusted for inflation, 8.9%. That is not the true story of Reaganomics. It is the story that has embedded itself in Eastern Europe as they go to a flat tax from Eastern Europe all the way to Asia. It's an exciting time to be alive. Great challenges abound, but all these young men and women who go through the Pepperdine experience are going to be on the forefront of cutting-edge issues, whether it's opening up this country to equality of opportunity for everybody in the inner city, to making sure that we export the democratic ideals to the rest of the world. So I appreciate my friendship and relationship with Pepperdine, and I'm committed to this great university. And I want to thank Jim again for his dogged, indefatigable leadership in helping John Kemp and himself put this together. Nepotism's okay if you keep it in the family. One of my favorite historians is Dr. Martin Luther King. He was not just a great preacher and civil rights leader. He truly was a great, well-read historian. He said one time, "Not everybody can be famous, but everybody can be great in service to mankind." Jeb Bush, as governor of the state of Florida, is both famous as well as great. He serves his fellow men in many ways. I appreciate his leadership for that state. I call him a progressive conservative. People think that's oxymoronic, but it really isn't. Progressive is a good word. It's forward-looking. It's working on reform and change and a better future for this country, his state, and the rest of the world. His values are conservative, but his ideas for reform of education, Medicaid, his responding to 8 hurricanes in his state in just 2 years. He's been the compassionate conservative before that word was even in vogue. He's a friend of mine. I appreciate him as a leader. He's got a great future. He graduated summa cum laude, magna cum laude from Texas, from UT. How did they lose last Saturday? I don't think anybody could better honor the 10 years of this School of Public Policy than have someone who has been a progressive, conservative reformer in his own state of Florida, now here to join us tonight to do honor to the 10th anniversary, our friend Governor Jeb Bush of the state of Florida.